problem with my computer is.
It's a lot.
Either one. It's kind of just a conversation here.
Just hanging out.
Like we said, this is the first time we're really doing anything. So
Cool.
we'll wait till some more people get notified and actually jump on. So
No, my parents were watching.
yeah, they were one of the
Blowing
few.
up the-
Yeah, they were quote tweeting the poll that we put out. It was fun.
That's what I heard.
It's nice to have family that's that involved.
Yeah, it's really nice. My dad's the high school men's coach.
Really? Cool.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
All my brothers played. My sister played. Big family thing.
What brought you out here to SVU?
Lacrosse was a big part of it, mostly.
That seems so.
But I mostly just wanted a fresh start kind of thing. New, out of my comfort zone.
Thousands of miles away from
Yep.
Washington.
Yes.
That's,
Literally the
Yeah.
other side of the country.
yeah.
Yeah. But
It's a big switch.
Yeah.
Coming from that West Coast to East Coast, that's a big switch. It's a big adjustment. Is lacrosse played any differently on the East Coast?
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah?
way different. I mean, on my side of Washington, my team never was a varsity team. We didn't have enough people to play. We pulled from like 6 different high
Small ball.
schools. Yeah.
High school. Okay.
So,
That's
yeah, 6 high schools on the same club team. And it's just now in Washington, it's being incorporated into the schools, and it's
Right.
now a school club. So,
Cool. That's awesome.
yeah, it's great.
I had the same kind of thing that I had to build our team up in Utah. So
Mhm.
that's fun.
Yeah, it's good.
Looks like we got some people watching, so we'll go ahead and actually get started. Thanks to all of you joining us for our first round of any postgame interviews that Night Sports Network has ever done. It's kind of fun to be the first with that. And obviously, being the first player involved in that, the first MVP that we've designated. How did it feel getting the win out there today?
Oh, it felt so good. We were so hungry for this game, so just to be able to capitalize on that and just come away with enough goals and just keep building them, it feels really good.
So you obviously had a big game today, 5 goals, right? So coming off a big game like that and then going into your next game, how do you think that the success you had today is going to affect your next game? How do you think that'll play?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of mindset. I think with the game we had last week, we were just really pushing, and it just made us want to push even more in this game, and just keeping that momentum is going to really help us in our next game next Friday, and just keeping that mentality. I mean, we have this streak, we don't want to lose it kind of thing. We know we can do it.
Speaking of momentum, I mean, obviously, the win that you got last week against Virginia Wesleyan, you guys scored 5 unanswered goals to end the game to get your final margin of victory of 5, right? And obviously carrying that momentum in, you guys got off to a really fast start today. Kind of slowed down a little bit the second half. And I kind of wanted to ask you, a big reason for that was because Birmingham Southern started winning a lot of their draws. Was there any difference in the way that they approached you in the draw circle, or was it just a personnel change, or what did you kind of see out there?
Yeah, so a big part of the draw is personnel change. Just like if it's going my way, if it's going the way I want it to go, then sometimes we'll put another person in to combat that. And when that happens, I just got to switch up a little bit. I talk to coach about it, and then we place our girls on the circle differently. So a lot of it is mental too. If the ball's in the air, you just got to want it more. And sometimes we're a little bit low on the draw thing. Not just me, but the girls on the circle, but also when we pick it up, we all pick it up. So it's just really being able to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, definitely.
We had talked about it in the broadcast a bunch of times is how effective you guys were actually at winning the majority of the draws. I think at one point you were winning 18-9 or something in those draw controls. It's super awesome. So back-to-back big wins, 17 goals for your team, both games against, you said it, Virginia Wesleyan, and tonight Birmingham Southern. Next Friday you got College of Salem College, excuse me. What do you think the main difference between last year's team and this year's team is, and how that has affected, obviously, the success you're having so far?
Yeah, I think we're just really hungry this year. Our mentality is changing a lot. We're going for a big culture change in our program, and obviously our coach is helping a lot with that. She pushes us all the time in practice and games, off the field, just in the weight room, everywhere. She pushes us really hard, and we also have a lot of contributing freshmen, transfers, and our team chemistry is really good, so we're just keeping that momentum, and we're just really mentally strong this year. We're just going to keep doing that. Seems pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's working so far. That's awesome.
2-0.
Yeah.
And it's paying off for you as you're, leading today. And last game, I think Johnson. What was her first name?
Alyssa.
She actually had 5 goals last year. You picked up the slack with her being disqualified in that first half. Picked up the slack with 5 goals, so it's definitely paying off for you. Doing well, finding success this season for sure.
And talking about that chemistry, like you mentioned, obviously there are so many girls getting involved with the goal scoring and the assisting. You're really not seeing a ton of. So we mentioned the broadcast a lot. Jade Cox for the Panthers today. She came in with 28 goals in 3 games. She was their entire offense. They have 6 assists total as a team and all of those. But you guys are really spinning the ball around. Is that because of the culture change, you think, that chemistry is being built up? Or is it just because you guys have put a little more effort maybe into the off-season in your stick skills?
I think it's a little bit of both. We definitely have a lot of good people individually on our team. And then when you get individually well-rounded people working together, we just push each other to be better. And we've been working really hard in this off-season too. So just spending a lot of time together, and that's really helping. But also we're just working really hard to make everyone a well-rounded player, well-rounded shooter, assister, all that. Just looking for that everywhere.
You mentioned Jade Cox, 78 goals last season. That's an incredible number. And you mentioned 20-plus, 30-plus now goals on the season in just 3 games. How much game plan, went into defending an incredible score like that this week in practice?
She number 13?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's good. That's good. You don't know names. That's good. That's smart.
Yeah, but our plan was to face guard her. So Alex Viconti did a great job. She started right off the bat face guarding her. Her goal was to not let her have any goals, and I actually don't know how many she scored, but we definitely shut her down more than. Yeah. We shut her down
Definitely
more than
less than she's had
for sure.
And
exactly.
It looked almost like it stunned her a little bit at the start. She had to adjust for sure, and she definitely did. She pulled off some miraculous goals today. She had great aggressive plays, but I just thought it was cool that it was very noticeable from the get-go how effective you guys were at limiting her. And I mentioned it a couple times in the broadcast that was a key to you guys' success.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I was just wanting to make sure you guys were game planning for that. It just wasn't random.
Yeah, no, Alex killed it on face guarding
sure.
her, and then everyone else helping out and sliding to get everyone else covered. So, yeah.
Cool. So what are you looking forward to the rest of the season?
Everything.
Yeah.
Winning more games, scoring more goals, just being better individually. And then with that, like I said earlier, when we all get better individually, we work together better. And just keep working, keep being hungry.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to ask you specifically. So there was a really cool play today. I would have, nominated it for a Sports Center top 10. That skip pass from Sydney and then the back finish from Hannah.
Yeah.
On the opposite side. Where were
awesome.
you on the field for that? What was your kind of angle?
I was behind everything. I was a little bit slow, but I had like a pretty good view of the goal. But coach actually challenged us to take trick shots in games, and she gives us incentives. I don't know what the incentive was today.
That's awesome.
The last game we had a trick shot in the last 30 seconds, and she bought us all ice cream. So
that's super cool.
Got it.
That's motivation right there.
Yeah, so we practiced those in practice and stuff, and Hannah King is a baller. So
Yeah.
For sure.
it was awesome.
It's got to be a part of the culture change, I would imagine. It's got to be fun to play for a coach who encourages you to do those kind of things and allows you to kind of express a little more creativity on the field. Do you think that's kind of added to your guys' success or your chemistry both as a team?
Yeah, I definitely think so, and she doesn't see like if Hannah were to miss that shot, she would still be happy about it, right? Yeah. She sees mistakes as like learning experiences, and there's good, better, best, right? You can't really mess up unless you're not working super hard. So that's a big part of it is that, like I said, our mentality shift is just really different, and we're just challenging each other, and she pushes us so hard. I feel like I've grown so much individually just from having her since August. So she's awesome.
Yeah, loving what we're seeing from the women's lacrosse team so far. 2-0 early on. You got Salem on Friday, home game, and then a bunch of away games. 6 in a row, it looks like, until the end of March.
If you guys have any questions back there, go ahead and send them in. We'll get Chloe or us to answer them while Skylar's finishing his stop.
You're good. I was looking at the schedule right here. You got Sweetbriar, Randolph, William Pence, Mennonite, CNU. You're traveling all over through the majority of March. That's got to put some wear and tear on the team for sure. That's a lot of distance to travel. I'm not sure where exactly all these schools are, but I can't imagine they're all very close. That's a lot of traveling. Do you think that'll affect you at all going forward into all these away games?
I mean, it shouldn't. I like to think that it won't. I mean, we had an away game at Wesleyan, but coach is really good about getting us there early enough and we on the way we like run laps around the rest stops and like Chick-fil-A, like running around kind of thing, getting
That's
ourselves moving. Coach Pays is helping us with that too. So we're just trying really hard to be hot off the bus, and hopefully that doesn't slow our momentum. I don't think it will, but
It's a good strategy. I haven't really ever heard of that as far as traveling.
yeah.
happens.
We got a
So,
question.
I have one question. Was Chloe really in the crease when she got that violation?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a pretty questionable call, but I'm 80 yards away.
We mentioned
so.
it. That it was questionable.
Yeah. I was in the crease. I was hoping I was like on the line. I was hoping they would call it a push. I should have like fell a little bit more. Maybe they would have
Sold it a
counted
little
it.
bit.
Yeah, but those are hard.
Bonnie Mitchell with the question
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
my mom. Shout out to my mom.
So with that, I kind of want to get a clarification. I want to make sure, because I grew up playing men's lacrosse, obviously. And so with crease violations in men's lacrosse, if the ball goes in the goal before you go in the crease, it's not a crease violation. But if you step in before you actually score, is it the same way in women's lacrosse?
So
Or
in
can you not
women's,
run through it all?
You can't go through
Okay.
it all.
Because that's what it looked like. It looked
Yeah.
like it happened after the goal. And so we were
Yeah,
always like,
it
what's,
did.
yeah.
I know.
She scored. She can run wherever she wants.
Yeah,
She plays dead.
no, it was after the goal, and it was. I could see the line, and I knew they were going to call it, and I just thought, dang it.
Yeah.
But
It happens.
yeah, it happens.
For sure.
Oh, cool. It's always fun plays to get involved with that, especially, at the end of a winning effort, you can kind of look back at that and laugh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh man, if we had lost, I would have lost my mind at that one.
Yeah.
But
Cool. Well, you have any more questions, Skylar?
No, just impressive stat line.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching you play. Enjoyed watching the game in total. And looking forward to Friday against Salem. Should be good.
yeah.
Okay.
me too.
You have any
Thank
last
you.
shout outs to your fans at home?
Yeah, I love my family. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys joining us with this postcast. We're going to go see if we can get Coach Whitworth. We're going to end this stream and maybe start another one. So go ahead and stick around for a little bit. Chloe,